Alright, so if you thought we needed a hero after what a year 2020 was, well, wait no further because 2021 is starting off at a bang because we are here today checking out Atelier Ryza 2. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Atelier Ryza, have no fret, this is a sequel to the first one obviously, but luckily for you, this takes place I believe 3 years after the events of the first game. And as I understand, you don't necessarily have to play the first game to get into this one. I mean, there's gonna be callbacks obviously, but it's not like 100% necessary, so you're free to just jump into this one, although as a cultured gamer, I definitely would recommend Atelier Ryza 1. That being said, let's see what the second one has to offer.
空間島っていうなんてことない島のラーゼンボーデンっていうなんてことない村。そこで暮らしていたなんてことない私はひょんなことから冒険をした。誰も経験したことのないような誰も知らない私たちだけの大冒険を。今でもあの大冒険を知る人はほとんどいない。始まりも終わりも何も知ることなくみんな毎日変わらず暮らしている。私は今でも時々思い出すあの時の仲間たちと過ごした日々。そして眩しいくらいに輝いていたあの奇跡のように貴重で得難いひと夏の日々のことを。あれから3年。
Okay, so we are finally free to play. The introduction takes a while, roughly around 8 minutes or so, but I don't necessarily want the entire video to just be storyline. I want to show you more of the gameplay, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to condense all that in post-editing, but just keep this in mind. Essentially, that egg that we saw with the lights and everything, you need to figure out why it's shining from within. We go to a different island, a different royal city capital, in order to find out what it could be from people more knowledgeable than us, and thus leads us in our alchemic adventure with Ryza. So that's all you really have to know as we now progress here going forward. I'm running this on the the Steam PC version. It's available on Switch and PS4 as well, I guess PS5 compatible as well. But I'm playing the Steam version here at 1440, everything maxed out. Game looks great, but then again, it's not really too much of a demanding game, so there is that. And I just said I wanted to condense as much of the story out of this as possible, and here we go, some more dialogue. Like, I don't mind this if I'm playing at my own time. It's an RPG, you're gonna have dialogue. But for videos, I need to condense this. I could show you guys more of the gameplay, obviously, right? Yeah, I know they have their own name, but to me those guys will always be Porings from Ragnarok Online. Mm-hmm. 3 years as a matter of fact. So adorable. How could that thing actually hurt you? Look at it. Guess we're not solo anymore. This guy he has an eye hole in his hat. Of course he would. What makes you think I need help, dude? Let's be honest here, you saw Ryza rolling up and you were like, any way possible, we need to start talking to her. Oh, I'm gonna help you out. The blue pony! No, that's not the pony. There's enough pony in this game, but that right there is not a pony. That's a Poring. If you run into a monster in the field, yeah, so it's basically RPG games, you know, you see it in the field, if you attack it, you have an advantage on it, if you run into it, they'll have an advantage. You know how it plays out at this point, right? Let's go ahead and skip through all this, come on, bud. Let's get into some action here. Be attack. Well, I'm using a PS4 controller for this, so yes, should be. Oh, here, right? And then we can combo up our moves as I remember correctly. So, boom, boom, boom. It's basically a timing thing. If you don't get the timing right, you'll break the combo, but if you combo it correctly, you get more AP, which lets you use your special attacks more often. So Shining Blast into our Blaze Rush. That is what's up. Okay, come on. That's enough for the tutorials. Thank you. Appreciate it. Actually play now. Now, let's see if we can time this attack correctly. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And you're about to come at me? No, you went after homeboy over there with the... Yeah, I don't blame you. He's got a hat that covers the majority of his face for some reason. But he leaves one hole. Oh, we got that perfect guard. I don't even know what the attack was. That was actually kind of a tricky one to properly fit into. Oh, I should have used my finishing attack to finish him off, but homeboy got him over there. Perfect. Oh, don't take credit for that. Just silly ass hat. Little lady. This guy thinks he is like a cowboy or something. Look at that. Suspenders that attach to his wrist. It seems so inconvenient. What if you need to stretch? Like, what if you just want to really stretch it out and you're trying to get your arms above your head to stretch out and your suspenders pull you back because you thought it was a great idea to attach them to your wrist? It's silly. That's what it is. Okay. So we've seen some of the combat over here. I guess we'll be rolling here solo from it from now on. I'm just trying to see what I'm trying to get you guys in terms of, like, you know, this video here, because we're only gonna scratch barely the tip of the iceberg with this, because, you know, it's an RPG. We're probably, I hope we could get into the alchemy crafting, but I really doubt we will, considering we're just barely starting off. We don't even have our own lab just yet. I would like to probably get into one more fight, though, just in a solo perspective to show that off. Ooh, what is this? There's an egg over here. Oh, that's not an egg, that's oh, it's like a little, it's a little lamb with horns on it. It's a little ram. Well, let's take a swing at him. That's what I do. You know, I see adorable creatures and I just beat them up randomly. Boom, boom, boom. You're coming at me right now, so let's see if we can do, oh, well, we did get it. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. See, if I could take on a cute ram, I'm pretty sure it would have been fine with that blue poonie. The gentleman camera, as someone might say. What's the matter? I can't pull out now that I pulled in, you know? It's not the first time I've heard that. Can't say that. And decent looking pineapple. Not really a big pineapple guy. Very messy fruit. Not really into messy. See, I like mangoes. Good, that's, yeah. We'll put that barrel in front there. See, I'm into mangoes. They're so delicious, but they're so messy. Unless you get them already pre-cut or something. Must be living the high life to eat mangoes pre-cut as well. Lazy bastard. Oop, okay. Oh, so now you caught me. Now I thought you were still going to go on with the story. You caught me over here drinking coffee. Alright, so we're available now to start moving around. Let's see what we have here in terms of what we're up to. Finally in the capital. I was wrong. Anyway, I should try to find an open area. Well, to me, that over there seems fairly open to us. These camera shots, man.
Ryza じゃねえか。まさかと思ったが、なんでここにいるんだ。
まあそれはタオに。それにしても久しぶりだね。でもよかった。あんまり変わってないみたいで。ボスのお友達？
何言ってるんだよ。僕だよ、僕。忘れちゃったの？
ひょっとして
そうだよ。誰だと思ってたのさ。
2 hours later. Two hours later.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you guys right now. We're making one hell of a jump forward from the last time you probably saw me, which should be when we met those geeks in the middle of the town. To give you a long story short, they went through introductions with each other, pleasantries. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Let me give you a tour of the entire city. Essentially, that lasted about 15 to 18 minutes of me just sitting there listening to the story, which I would love to, share with you, but the premise of these videos is to show you more of the gameplay. If I just sit there and listen to the story, well, that would have been the entirety of the video. So, they finally set me up with a little small spot that we could alchemize and do our thing at. And we also have a bit of a small quest here to show them how alchemy works, so gather uni, crimson ore, and fluffy wool. Fluffy wool can be obtained from sheep-like creatures, which we actually already did beat up earlier as we were making ourselves over here, so that shouldn't be too big of a problem. And one of the boys, Tao, I believe is also part of our squad here, so would this be, let's find out if we take a swing over here what this is gonna be. Crimson ore, we got 3 of them. It could be rare, no, I'm pretty sure it's not rare, otherwise people would be over here mining the entire time, right? But we got some crimson ore, I think that's all we really did need, right? This doesn't really tell me exactly how many I need, but I guess we'll grab a couple more. Uni and fluffy wool. Would you perhaps be Uni? Nope, you are Town. Nope. There we go, Uni! Perfect. So you were the guys hanging over here, so I wonder if we could get more by just hitting this tree down. Big ol' swing. Alright, let's see about finding... Oh, we got some eggs. Unknown eggs, sorry bird kinds. Stealing your eggs. Alright, here's one of our ram boys, right? Yes. Let's go for it. Now, Tao, I believe we could control Tao ourselves. I normally just keep it in automatic. They're fairly alright at what they do. We could also switch up the tactics, like you make them aggressive or just more supportive. But keep in mind, you can... terrible blocking my part. You can indeed control them if you want to. If you want to have more strategic overlay over it, but, otherwise. It takes too long for me, so it's fine. We got a rare drop.
それじゃ早速錬金術の調合をしますと言ってもこっちで採れた素材と新しい錬金釜だから慣れるまで大したものは作れないけど
失敗の言い訳を今から考えているのか
He's got a point, that's what it sounds like to me.
違うって新しい武器や道具を使う時って慣れるまで少しかかるでしょそんな感じ
Before you can synthesize an item, you need to learn its recipe. First, pick up a recipe you already know. So we unlocked it, now we gotta choose it, huh? Explosive uni. In the center of the screen are the material loops where you can add materials. You'll need to add the material synthesized by the material loop in order to synthesize the item. The moment some material loops are locked, preventing you from adding materials. First, cast one of the unis you gathered into the middle of the material loop. Okay. So... we have, as you can see, quite a few of them. We also got better quality ones too. This one has a healing effect to it. Destructive effect. I mean, if we're making something that's explosive uni, let's go with the destructive one, I would say. I still want to keep it. I mean, we got critical, which sounds like I guess it could be a good one. More destructive sounds pretty good. We do want to go with the fire, it does seem. But we could also apparently throw in the beehive. But... I guess because since we are making an explosion, we'll go with red and we'll go destructive still. So that quality is going up. Now, quality plus 10, if we again had 2 reds, that could be a plus 20 right there. Or we could just go with the fluffy wool here, which would be the red that it's asking for. So you know what, let's go with the fluffy wool. Bet you guys are proud. And... if it works out how I want it, this build is gonna go boom here pretty soon. You seeing this, Patty? You better be taking notes.
できたよ。ほら、こんな感じ。
実際にライザが調合してるのを見たのは初めてだな。 錬金術ってやつはすげえな。
驚くよね。全然違うものができるから。
どう？これが錬金術だよ。
正直驚きました。こんなすごいものが本当にあったなんて。
錬金術を使えば何でも作れるよ。いや、さすがに何でもはちょっと言い過ぎか。
何でも本当に。
どうしたの？
いえ、何でもないです。
ライザの錬金術が健在で安心したよ。遺跡の調査はまた日を改めてかな。ライザも到着したばかりで疲れてると思うし。
Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for this one, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. This has been Atelier Ryza 2. I would show you more, but I've already been recording for over an hour. As I've mentioned, it's a very story-oriented game. It's definitely a game that I think you'll enjoy in your own time. For me, it's very difficult because, you know, I'm doing a video for you guys, so if I don't get involved somehow in one way to show you the gameplay, I'm just sitting here alongside of you listening to the story, which is fine if I'm playing in my own time, but for videos, for YouTube, I'd like to show you more of the gameplay. So in post-editing, I should be able to do some stuff here to show you more of that. Hopefully cut off all the very long dialogue portions, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I'll catch you next time. Go Cam!